Hi there, this is John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the program, the video show. From time to time I share various matrices that I create, and this particular one I have used with shopping centres and large shopping centres in different countries around the world. In saying that, this particular matrix was designed for one thing, to show people how to manage a shopping centre and cover off on all of the issues. So in saying that, the main article here which supports the video is this particular article, 21 Ways to Manage a Shopping Centre Successfully. So go to the website, search that out. That is 21 Ways to Manage a Shopping Centre Successfully. And you can then get all of the issues here in written form as well. So for the moment, let's have a look at the matrices for you and take you into this. So there are many different things here, of course, 29 issues in all, many different things. And they cover all sorts of challenges, opportunities, changes, all sorts of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats in managing a shopping centre. And indeed, if you manage a shopping centre or lease a shopping centre, you will know that they are very much a dynamic type of asset and plenty of challenges there to work through. So I'm going to go into the first topic here and cover that for you. So how to manage a shopping centre. What would I look at when it comes to upcoming vacancies? So the upcoming vacancies, I'd like to know what's going on within the tenancy mix and the vacancies that are coming up. So that's the key issue. So again, with this particular topic to help you, at the website I have put an article, and I'll just pull that up for you now. The article is How to Solve Common Risks in Shopping Centre Management and Leasing. So you can print that off at the website, and there it is there. So now let's go further into this particular topic and look at these subjects. So upcoming vacancies, how to deal with these things. I've got different issues here that I would look at. They are, I would want to know about the property business plan to understand what's going on in that business plan and what the targets were to be. And of course, how the vacancies were handled in the business plan. And of course, today in the property market, there are plenty of vacancies evolving because of different challenges around the world with the way in which investment property is being impacted by the COVID-19 event. But in saying that, you've got to start somewhere when you're assessing vacancies. So you will look at the property business plan. Further to that, I would like to see what's happening with competing properties. So I would usually go around to 4 or 5 competing retail properties in the zone and check them out. Then I would look at the anchor tenants within the asset to understand how the anchor tenants are performing, their challenges, their sales, that sort of thing. Then I would go further into the actual property that I'm interested in and look at the merchandise groups. That is food, fashion, that sort of thing, so that you can understand how they're all performing and where the weaknesses are. And as the internet does impact the different types of retail in the world today, the merchandise groups become a real challenge, a moving target, as the internet does have an impact on them. Then I would look at the clusters of tenants, that is the groupings of tenants in different parts of the property. Some parts of the property will be more successful than others. Then I'll look at what tenants could be contracting, for what reason. Some may need to expand, for what reason. I'll look at the expiry dates, the profiles of expiry dates coming up. And then I'll assess the franchise tenants and how relevant they are for the overall tenancy mix. As part of all of that, I would read the lease documents because you simply have to. You've got to know what the lease documents are doing. And once you've done that, you'll then be able to assess the priority tenants that you want to protect through the ongoing changes in the vacancies, the property changes, the overall shopping centre performance. And again, in assessing the vacancies coming up, there will be some property renovations that I want to do. So I need to understand how I'm going to handle those property vacancies, those renovations around those property vacancies. Perhaps the renovations can be merged into the actual vacancy activity, and they probably should. So let's go further. What else have I got here? I'll look at the relocations that I want to bring off as part of dealing with the vacancies. Once you've got a few vacancies, you can relocate people. That's a good thing. Some tenants are better in other locations, so you would do that. Then there are specialty tenants that you need to understand and how good they are for the overall tenancy mix for the property. Understand the specialty tenants, how good they are, how they're performing. If possible, look at their sales figures if they're sharing that under the terms of the lease. And the other thing I would look at here is the tenant retention plan. Now, in saying that, the tenant retention plan is also part of the property business plan. So recognise how they are all linked together. The property business plan and the tenant retention plan, they go together. There's a strategic statement there as to how you're going to handle the vacancies, retain the tenants, and particularly your good tenants, the specialties, and also the anchor tenants. And then you'll be looking at the merchandise groups and also the clusters. So now you can see how it all sort of comes together when you're looking at upcoming vacancies. And the last point here on the list is weaker tenants. So there are weaker tenants, of course, in most shopping centres, and they have to be weeded out over time when they get to the end of their lease and or when some other event allows them to be removed from the property. So when you look at all of these things, many different issues to consider within the upcoming vacancies. As I said to you before, you can print out this particular article from the website, How to Solve Common Risks in Shopping Centre Management and Leasing. So check that out. So let's go back here now. And I will explain to you that some of these items here are very, very detailed. And for example, I will go into merchandise groups. These are the common merchandise groups that I would be interested in reviewing when I'm looking at a shopping centre. Of course, entertainment and leisure, fashion accessories, food, the general type tenants, health and beauty, major tenants and services. So there's many different things to think of. When you look at all the critical issues of upcoming vacancies, and here they all are again for you to write down, when you look at these things, you can then take these things and turn them into something else. There's many different topics within that. As I said to you before, I showed you the assessing of the merchandise groups. Let's say you want to look at your franchise tenants. What do you need to consider within the franchise tenants within your shopping centre? Well, here they are. Lease terms to match the franchise agreement. That's important. The marketing spend that the franchise tenants are making for their occupancy and also for the overall marketing spend within the shopping centre itself. Do a media assessment of how successful the franchise tenants are in spending their money on marketing. And of course, see how the franchise tenants are merging into the merchandise groups. Some brands will be rising, others will be struggling. So determine who are successful and who are unsuccessful as far as the franchise brands go. So they are the topics within the upcoming tenancies. That is the summary of this particular matrix. You've now seen these issues here. Write all of these things down and then you can build on them as part of building your plan for handling upcoming vacancies in your shopping centre. So this is John Hyman. This is a small part of a very large matrix. I'll be posting some other videos here on this channel, so make sure you subscribe so you can get the other videos as I post them. This is John Hyman. I'm signing off for now. I'll catch you again very soon online, and also visit the website. I'll see you there. We just loaded a couple of matrices there today. One was on the sales planning process in commercial real estate, and the other was on managing tenants in a retail and a commercial property. And for example, in this particular matrix, you can download the whole chart. And here it is here, very detailed. It tells you how to handle managing tenants in a shopping centre. So that's it for today. I'm now going to cut off and catch you again very soon online. This is John Hyman, signing off for now. Catch you again very soon.